Welcome to this week's Whip and Chat. My name's Jessica and you're joining me on Jessica's Craft Time. So, it's been an interesting week. It's New Year's Eve. You'll probably hear some noises in the background. The neighbours are out working. Hubby's home, child's home. So, you're going to hear noises and I apologise for that, but it's real life. So, what have I been doing this week? I finished this one. This is a smaller canvas from Connor's Craft Corner. It's worked up all right. Looks all right from a distance, but that was one. I did finish another canvas that was I'm a little bit unsure about the copyright on it, so I will not be showing it, but I did finish that. So I've completed 2 canvases. I've also completed a bookmark. So this came from Shoalhaven Sparklers. It's an Aussie site. She's in Nowra, New South Wales. I love all her bits and pieces. I placed an order yesterday, so I don't think... I don't know if it's shipped today. If not, it'll be shipped Tuesday because of holidays. I'll have it next week. She ships really quickly. But this was part of my Secret Santa or my KK present that I did with them. And the small canvas I'm working on that I'll work on today is also part of it. So I really like the bookmark. I will seal this because it does have some sticky bits. And if you're putting it between a book, I wouldn't want your book to stick on it. And I just I'll grab it. What I use to seal, and I've used it to seal my key rings as well, is this. It's a polyurethane varnish. It's a water-based, and this is the gloss. It does dull a little bit, but for something like this that is going to be used, I always like to seal it because your diamonds will move a little bit now. Plus, there's always a little bit of sticky around where the diamonds go. So that one I haven't done. I only finished that last night. So I'll seal that probably today, maybe not. We'll see how the day goes. But my biggest project that I've been working on this week is this. This is my temperature cross stitch. It was a huge job because I did lots of work on it. And this was my original pattern design, which I started pulling out, and then I cut the 8er. So I gave up and I flipped my bit of fabric around. Hopefully I'll have enough. I'm very close to the edges, so it'll be a little bit difficult to frame, but we'll see how we go. So this is the design that I'm doing now, and it's basically 5x5 squares. With the top square is this one I just found it was too busy. So the top square is the high temperature and the bottom square is the low temperature. I also wasn't wrapped with my color choices, so that's why I changed again. And now these are my color choices that I'm going to be using. They're not in order of they're in numerical order, so it's easier to find. But I'm much happier with this than what I had. I'll put some photos up at the end of the Wip and Chat of some of the things I did and what it looked like. But I'm really happy how this is coming along. It's working up quicker. This is an 11 count 8er, and it's just what I had in the cupboard, and I've just used threads that I've had. So yeah, that's the first sort of 9 days. And the pattern itself will go like this. So where all the numbers are all the days, and then I think I'll back stitch round for maybe the seasons or the months. I don't know. We'll see how we go towards the end. But that's been my cross stitching, and that was a huge job because then I had to redo the threads. I had to rethink. I was going to pick all that out, and I picked out heaps, but then I got the damn cloth and I'm like, no, just flip it over and start again. So I'm starting again on it. So we'll see how we go. And then what I do need to do today, or at some point over the next couple of days, is the peppermint purple black work Sal has started with, it's been released for the borders. I was going to do the rectangle, but when I looked at everything that was released yesterday, the square looks amazing. So I'm going to do square. I think I've decided. This was from Shoalhaven, so this is what I'm working on at the moment. It's just a little panda, a little something, you know, just a little project. I've got lots of big projects, but we're meant to be going away and that's not going to happen, so I can start a big project, but at the point that I start all these, I was going to be going away next week, and I thought I'll just do some little ones. I don't want to start a big one. I can't take it with me. So before we get into that, I want to do a giveaway for all my fantastic subscribers. Welcome to anyone who's new. I have, that one needs to be revarnished. I have some pens here. So the winner's going to choose a diamond painting pen. These are just some ones that I've been playing around with, and the winner will get to choose that. So how do you enter the competition? Below in the description on the bottom of the video, there's a little arrow that will take you to the description. In the description, you'll find a link to my Jessica's Craft Time Facebook page. In the Facebook page, I'll put up this week's Wip and Chat, which I didn't check. Let me check. No, I can't check because I didn't bring another device with me. It'll be the one with the panda. It's like 23 or 24. I'll put a comment about pen giveaway in the top, and pop a photo down on what you're working on. I'd love to see what, let's bring you down while I start working. I'd love to see what you're all working on. So someone will get a free diamond painting pen just for popping a photo down in the comments on my Facebook page. But I hope you're all well. Let's get started. Now, with a small project like this, I have these storage containers that are just numbered 1. This one's numbered 1 to 24. And I've already started with one. I just put it in there to bring it out here. So what I do, you've got your string of drills, and I just work numbers 1 to, this one's got 13 numbers. The reason I do put them in the storage containers is, you know how you always have extra, and there's always that one that you get to the end and then you're like, damn it, there was one there. I'm just going to turn it this way. The pen that I'm using, and I'm really loving this for the drills, it came off AliExpress, and I'll try and remember to link it. It's for nail art. I got some white ones that I really didn't like, but this one's got like a yellow, it's literally bits of magazine wrapped around this yellow sort of wax. And I find it picks up the special drills really, really well. I've been really liking working with it. So I can't remember if I did an unboxing on the page for it, on the channel for it. So I'll try and link it below if I can find the link to where I purchased it. But yeah, I'm really, really liking it. And then when you've had enough, you just sharpen it with a pencil sharpener. This one will probably need to be done soon. I've done a bit of work on it. And it depends how heavy you are. You don't want to be too heavy pressing with them. But I find it picks up things like your special drills and your crystal drills really, really well. So I hope you all had an amazing Christmas. Mine was very different to what I imagined it was going to be last week. Well, the week before. Watch last week's Wip and Chat and you'll hear the story of what happened with me. But we went down and we spent the day with my husband's family. So there's just his mum, his dad, his grandma, and then us 3. So it was a lovely day. We ended up being down there a lot later than I thought we would. By the time we did presents and had lunch and played with the presents, and they've got a swimming pool. So of course Mark had to go for a swim because he just loves his swimming. It was just a very different day. We woke up in the morning and video chat my family, so we all sat on a video chat while we opened gifts. Apparently there's a big pile of gifts to come up to us when someone comes up next time, depending on restrictions and borders and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, hubby and I didn't get our KKs, but that's okay. That's okay, that's fine. Not a problem, we'll get them when we see family at some point. So that was Christmas Day. Excuse me. It just wasn't what I was expecting. I was really looking forward to the kids all opening their presents together. I was looking forward to spending time with my family. But COVID, what a year. And now we're New Year's Eve and I'm in New South Wales in Australia. And our restrictions have been tightened again. So it's been up in the air. We've got community transfer. We had 10 cases last night, well, up until 8 p.m. last night. And the restrictions have been brought back down. So yet again, our New Year's Eve plans have been changed. So the plan was that we were going to be in Melbourne because hubby was meant to be there next week for work. We were going to stay in Melbourne, and I didn't know what we were doing yet, but we were going to do something with my sister and her family and our friends in Melbourne. But now we've been restricted to only 5 visitors to a household. So the New Year's Eve party that we were invited to here, not yesterday, the day before, Tuesday, what's today, Thursday, Tuesday, we were on the phone to them. They're like, yep, we've only got X amount of people coming. It'll be sweet. Can't wait to see you. And then Wednesday happened and the restrictions got tightened again. And she sent a message to say, you know, please let me know who would like to still come. And we said, look, your family is more important to you. So, because she was having a couple of family members and us come over. And then we said, no, it's okay. You can have your family members. We'll just stay at home. So we've decided to stay at home. So, yeah, we went to the shops yesterday and got some more coals for the smoker. Our friend, I brought hubby this smoker years ago. Excuse me. I've been out with the smoker. I'm full of smoke in our backyard. And he never used it. He never done anything with it. And our mate does a bit of smoking at home. And for our birthday barbecue, he brought some ribs over and used our smoker and smoked some ribs. And they were beautiful. So hubby is all excited. And because we were meant to be in Melbourne, I'd already brought the ham. And then my hubby's parents had already brought ham for Christmas Day. So I have this 3 kilo leg of ham that I'm like, what am I going to do with it? You know, I don't want to just have it as normal ham. We've had so much ham over the last few days. So we've decided we're going to give that a crack and smoke it on the smoker. In the smoker. And we also brought some ribs. So that's what we're doing. We're staying at home. Hubby will, with the restrictions going on, I'm pretty certain when he goes back to work on Monday that he will be on work from home. Now I'll just find number 2. So I just find the next one, which is number 2. Tip that out. We'll do the 2s. Once I finish doing the 2s, I'll put the extra in there. And then I have a little storage box I keep all the extras. So he was on work from home before Christmas, and he was working from the dining room table because he couldn't be bothered cleaning up the study. And it doesn't really work when you have a 4-year-old at home, because there's no boundaries for him. He wants to speak to his papa. He wants to talk to him. And when Papa's sitting in the lounge room or the dining room, which is in our lounge room basically, the dining room table's next to our couch, it's very hard to stop a 4-year-old wanting to speak to his papa. So I think while the meat's smoking today, we're going to get stuck into the study and clear it out. Our study / sewing room has become a dumping ground for anything and everything. So that's what we're doing once I get off here. I'm going to clean that up. I reckon we've got some mate's home brew that was left here after the barbecue. So I reckon we might crack that open soon and have a drink, smoke some meat. I've already made a couple of salads. I just want to make another couple of small things to go with them. And we'll have our own little New Year's celebration here. Hub is excited because he gets to play Xbox tonight. And I'm excited because I get to craft tonight, which I really haven't been doing as much as I possibly could have been doing. With things going on, I just haven't been in the right headspace. So I'm a little bit excited. I might even have a bath and then do some more crafting. I might finish this one up and crack open a big one, or start my black work sal. I don't know. I'll find something to do. I'm not short of craft projects to do, so we also, what else have we done this week? We've had a Boxing Day was fairly quiet, and then on the 27th we have, normally we will be in Melbourne, and we have what's called our chosen family Christmas, which is all our mates come round. We all get together at someone's house, and the idea is that you bring all your leftovers from Christmas. Everyone brings their leftovers and we have a meal together. That did happen. We just weren't there. And because all my Victorian family and friends have been in a really tough year, we did start a couple of years ago that we'd do a KK, like Secret Santa kind of thing. But it's been a tough year for everyone, so it wasn't going to go ahead this year. And I went, look, I've got so many little bits and pieces here that I'd been to Kmart and brought a couple of extras because mine were all really female orientated. And I'd managed to get down there enough presents for everyone to do a KK. So they gave me a quick video call. And I got to, I'm going to just take that off for now. I got to see them all open their presents, which was really nice, and I hope it put a smile on all their faces. It's just a shame I couldn't be there with them, but next year, everything's going to be next year now. So that was the 27th, and we actually went back to my hubby's parents' house, and they do the same sort of thing with their friends, which we get along with very well. There's quite a few of them hubby gets along with very well. So we went down to our in-laws, my in-laws, and had a barbecue down there with them. That was crazy. So they're a 45-minute drive from us. Sometimes it might be 50 minutes depending on traffic, but you know, generally you can pretty much door to door, it's 45 minutes. It's not often that it takes much different in time. Well, being the 27th, everyone must have decided to go away or something, because we turned out of our street onto the main road and we hit traffic. It took us nearly 2 hours to get there. It was ridiculous. I've never sat in so much traffic going down to their place before. Now they head down towards the coast from Sydney. We're one of the last suburbs before at the end of the border of Greater Sydney. So it was just I just couldn't believe the traffic. Nearly 2 hours it took us, and then we were the first ones to arrive, and we were meant to be there at 1. We didn't get there till nearly yeah, it would have been just after 2 we got there. And they're like, oh, where's everyone? And we're like, look, because everyone was coming from our direction. We're probably the closest to them. And everyone was coming from the north down. I said, look, there's just so much traffic that they'll be here, but it's going to take them, and everyone took them like 2 hours to get down there. So, oh, where's our threes? Over here. Sorry, I'll turn it around this way. So that was a really nice day. We had some good meals. We went swimming. I didn't go swimming, but a lot of people went swimming. Mark just had a ball in the pool. He just jumps in. He could get out of the pool, jump in, get out of the pool, jump in, get out of the pool, jump in. He could just do it all day. So it was really nice. It wasn't too hot a day. And then from that, we've just been at home because of everything going on. I've sort of said, let's just, for our own safety, we'll just chill around home. And that's all we've done. We went up to the shops the other day and brought some food and the ribs for tonight. And my hubby's into Warhammer. So I got him some stuff for scenery. So I think that's the project for the weekend. We're going to start building up some of his scenery and painting it and doing some more paper mache. I was meant to do it for him as a gift, but I just went, it's too hard. He's too picky. I don't know what he wants. So I've got him all the bits and pieces, and I said I will happily help you make it. So I think that might be on the cards over the next couple of days to start doing that. It's going to take a bit to do, but that's okay. So yeah, we're just going to stick around home. We will have to go back up to Bunnings because I want to try. I've got a couple of bigger diamond paintings that don't fit in my art folders, and I don't have space for them on my wall, and they keep getting moved from spot to spot out here in the garage, and it's doing my head in. They're going to get damaged. So I'm thinking that I might go and get some spray adhesive and some thinner MDF board and just stick them on an MDF board, like kind of block mount them. That way I'm able to store them upright. I'm hoping the diamonds will stay on them better than them being thrown over a chair or a box, or they just keep getting moved round and round and round. So we'll have to do that tomorrow because we've put the smoker on now, so we're stuck at home now. We're not going anywhere. But other than that, we've got no plans. I think hubby wants to take the boat out on Saturday. But yet again, that's really like, you're not mingling with anyone. Once you're on the water, you're out there on the water on your own. So we'll just do, I think hubby's enjoyed being home and just quiet time and not doing much. And it's just been that kind of year. But the hardest thing for him is he's the head leader at a youth camp. And this year's the 61st camp. And it's the first time the camp has ever been cancelled. We even managed to run the camp last year. It was a half camp. We only ran for 1 week. Because our property was affected by the bushfires last year, or this year, 2020 camp. But we still managed to run a camp. It was limited to the older kids just because there was active fires around the area. So we needed to think of the safety and think of, you know, what would we do if it was to come back up and affect the property again. But we did run a camp, and it's really sad that this year that it's just not going to run. We just can't. It's too risky. It's too risky. We've gone through so many different scenarios of what we could do. But it's also the fact that we like to take the kids out. We go to sort of touristy destinations up there. And with the way things are, we wouldn't be able to do that. It would be too risky. And trying to keep that many people on the one property for the whole camp, it's not fun for the kids. It would, yeah, things would get heated and everyone needs their own space because you live together for 2 full weeks. People start to need their own space after a little bit of time because, you know, you're just living and eating and everything together. So it's sad. It feels really strange. Hubby has been going since he was 8 years old. I have been attending in some form for the last 14 years, and the last probably 8 years I've been doing half to full camps. Definitely I've done, I think, 6. I think this would be my 7th full camp. When I first started going up, I used to go up for just like a week at a time and do a week because I used to come up from Melbourne. But yeah, I've done about 6 or 7 full camps now, and it seems really, really weird to not be going, not be preparing, not being preparing mentally for it because they're long, long, long days. I normally get up at about 6:30, and if everything goes well, then the kids are asleep by 11, 10:30, 11. And then you take your time to unwind. So they're long days, but it's just so much fun. But there's just another thing that COVID's done, and we won't be doing this year, which is a shame. So we'll just have to make 2022 camp the best camp. So it's okay. Hubby gets to go to work, and Mark, normally the only reason we can do it is my in-laws look after Mark for 2 weeks. Once he gets older, he will be going, but he can't do that until he's 8. We have a limit on the youngest kids, so until he's 8, and while my in-laws are happy to take him, they normally take him for the 2 full weeks. But camp is not running, but he's already been booked into swimming programs and he's got a concert to go to. So we've made the decision that because they look forward to it as well, they look forward to having him for the 2 weeks. The decision's been made that they can still have him for 1 week. I said, it doesn't seem right that we're at home and he's down there for 2 full weeks. So he'll still go down there for a full week. So Russian Orthodox Christmas is on the 7th. So we'll go down and he can stay down there until the following weekend. So they'll have him for a week and a bit. So what does that work out? 10.5 days. So I guess I'll get lots of videos pre-recorded. You know, I'll be at home on my own. I don't know quite what to do with myself. And it's not just the 6 hours he's at school. It'll be the full days. So that will be interesting. It'll be back like not having kids again. Yeah, so it's just a shame the camp's cancelled, but it's just too high a risk. It's the thought of if someone was to be sick, we'd have to completely isolate on the property, and the thought of doing that with I think there was going to be around 35 kids. When I say kids, up until about 22 years of age. To do that for 2 weeks without being able to go anywhere would be very difficult. Very difficult. So, yeah. That's my sad news, but it's New Year's. 2020 is not going to quite go out like we thought it would. Hopefully it's not a warm-up for what's in store for 2021. But hopefully everyone has a safe and happy New Year's. You look after yourself and your families, and I think everyone's getting very used to spending time on their own or with their immediate families. I know I have always been a bit of a unhappy at home, but I know I'm definitely craving the social aspect of catching up with people, and I suppose it just means that when we are able to catch up, it's a little bit more meaningful. But fingers crossed we can get down and see the family soon. Unfortunately, Victoria now has cases as well, which is really sad. They went through such a tough time this year, but we'll get there. 2021, we need to make a better year for ourselves, for anyone that's had a really tough year. And yeah, I just hope you all have a lovely night tonight. I'm definitely looking forward to these ribs coming out of the smoker and this ham, and cracking open some homebrew and just relaxing with the family. So that might be the end of it for me. We'll just put one more down there, and it's coming along quite so cute. Look at the shine in that. This one I'll definitely finish up tonight. Definitely. So yeah, I just put them, when I'm not working, I just put them back in the numbers, and then I know which number it is, and I can get rid of the packaging. So I love my little clip. They're handy. I've got bigger ones. I've got my bigger ones that I use for my bigger projects, but these ones are handy. So that's our panda from our Secret Santa. If anyone is in Australia and would like to jump onto the Shoalhaven Sparklies Facebook page, they also have a more of a members Facebook page, and they'll be running another sort of Secret Santa kind of thing in February, I think she was talking about. So we had a limit of a minimum spend of $15 plus post, and you can order through her, and she sent them all out. And I got that one and my keyring, my bookmark. So have a lovely New Year's, stay safe, and I'll see you in 2021. Bye for now.